Hey everybody, it's me, Julie, and I'm here for my 15-week pregnancy vlog. Actually 15 weeks tomorrow, but I had time today, so I thought I would get my video in. I have eyeliner on today, and I usually wear eyeliner, but I've been out of it for like a couple months, and I finally remembered to get some today, and my eyes look awesome on video, so I'll have to start wearing it more often. I always think like it looks like too heavy on me, but looking on the camera, I think it looks nice. So anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Symptoms this week. I haven't had very many. I had a couple incidences maybe that I guess you could call them symptoms. One thing I've noticed is that my gag reflex is really sensitive. I eat a lot of popsicles, and maybe like 4 or 5 a day. And I notice like I always chew on sticks. I chew on pencils, pens, like I'm a chewer. And I was chewing on the stick and I like started gagging, and like another time I was chewing on a straw and I started gagging. I was like, this is not normal for me. So that's something new that I noticed. Also, I babysat my cousin this weekend, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that, but she's in diapers, and I went to change her poopy diaper, and I change Tessa's diapers all the time, but when it's not your child, and she's almost 3, so she's eating like normal food, it was disgusting, and I like kept gagging as I'm changing her. Finally, I threw the diaper away, and she was done. I went to the bathroom, and I threw up my whole lunch. So, smells, I guess. I'm sensitive to smells, but that was just I mean, I'm glad I don't have to do that every day, but that was one of the things I've noticed. Food aversions. I don't really have any. I mean, certain things sound good to me and certain things don't. So, nothing really specific. I have not been breaking out. My skin looks really clear now. It's funny, like all my symptoms now like are very similar to when I was pregnant with Tessa. So now I'm like, maybe I'm having a girl. I don't know. We'll see. Still don't know that, and I won't know until January. I think I'm going to be like around 22 weeks. I'm hoping that they'll let me do it a little bit earlier. So, but that's when it's like they do a tentative schedule, and that's the tentative date for that. What else? One other thing that I noticed about food, I actually made a list today because I'm usually so scatterbrained, but I'll probably add my own things in. It'll end up being scattered anyway, but one thing I noticed is that I'm not eating like everything in sight. Last week I could not get enough food. I wanted to eat all day long, every second of the day. I'm back to like 3 meals a day and maybe a snack in between. I'm not like starving, so that's good. I haven't weighed myself lately, so I'm not really sure what the weight's doing, but people keep telling me that I look great, and actually I've noticed that my weight is shifting to the front of my stomach, like instead of like around, so that is a good sign. I'm not sure if I said that in my last video. This weekend, I told you a little bit, I babysat my cousin. She's actually my first cousin once removed, so it's my cousin's daughter. It's Tessa's second cousin, and her name is Eliana, and she is going to be 3 in June, and she stayed with us from Friday until Sunday, and it was really fun. She's such a sweet girl, and she was so well behaved, and Eliana and Tessa are the same age apart that my baby and Tessa will be. So they're 17 months apart, and it was really encouraging to see them together and like think it wasn't that difficult. And I'm just praying that that Tessa will be as good as Eliana is, which the way I'm raising her, I fully intend for that to be. But it was a really good experience, and it wasn't like stressful. It kind of gave me an idea of how independent Tessa will be at that age. which for me, this age, Tessa's 11 months right now, and I think, like, that's the hardest, like, this is, like, a really difficult age, like, as far as, when I look back, like, really, this is the most difficult age for me, like, having to deal with her. She's been a great baby, and so, like, as far as behavior and having to correct her, like, this is the most difficult right now. So it's encouraging to know that when the baby's that age and I need to give the baby extra, like, you know, discipline or attention, that she will be old enough to be independent. You know, I had to take them somewhere, and so I was able to say, okay, Eliana, you wait here, stand right here while I put Tessa in her car seat, and then I got her in her car seat. It just kind of made the experience more real for me, and it made me realize that, you know, I can do this, because I have been a little bit worried, like, they're really close in age, and, you know, what's it going to be like when the baby comes, and how stressful is it going to be? I'm sure the beginning will be hard, because Tessa will want my attention, but, you know, she loves her dad too, and so I'm so grateful that I'm married, that my husband is so supportive, and he's wonderful. He was a great help too. And I've said before that I have 2 stepsons, and they're 8 and 11. Excuse me. And I am so blessed to have them, because I'm not kidding, all weekend they helped me with Eliana. They played with her. It was so exciting to know, like, that I have these extra kids that help me, and, you know, they're able to play and entertain, and they're having fun, and at the same time it's like helping me tremendously. Not everyone has that. Some people don't have, you know, older children to help, and they really are helpful. So I'm grateful for that. Tessa, I told you before, she's walking. I mean, she is walking everywhere. She is turning. She's going around things now. Before, she was, like, tripping over things because she would just keep going in a straight direction. She'll, like, the dog's laying on the floor. She, like, walks around the dog. I mean, now she can stand up in the middle of the floor instead of, like, having to grab furniture to stand up. She's pulling herself up. She's getting up off the floor with one hand. I mean, it is amazing, just from the time she took, like, 2 steps to now she's just everywhere. And it's so cool. The house situation, I updated you last week and told you that we were possibly going to get a house, and we didn't really know what was going on yet. The financial lady said that everything looks good. So at this point, we're not done yet, because my husband has to give her some, like, divorce decrees to let her see, like, there's a couple outstanding bills, and she needs to see that basically his ex is responsible for those bills, even though they're in, like, both their names. He paid for, like, half the bills already, so she just has to prove that. He doesn't have a lot of credit, like, built up, you know, so he has to give her, like, bank statements for the last year to prove that we've been paying rent for the last year, which we've been paying $1,100 a month. So we got all that together. So we're going to be giving that to her soon. And today we're actually going to look at another house. This house is immaculate. The other house is really nice, but it's, you know, it's not. It doesn't look brand new. This home looks brand new, even though it's older. Somebody took very good care of it. You, like, walk by, you would swear that the Cleavers lived there. It is just like a picture-perfect storybook house. I don't know. It's nothing too fancy. It's not my favorite color. It's, like, yellow, and it's like a mustard yellow, but has black shutters and stuff on it. But it would be perfect for our family, and it actually, like, it looks very nice. And so it's not the color I would choose, but looking at the house, like, it's exactly what we want. We're going to go there today at 3:40 and get a walkthrough of that. We're taking my father-in-law because he's very handy, and he'd be able to, like, he's going to look to see about, like, mold and different things. He's not an inspector, but he's just very good with that kind of stuff. So he's going to check out the house and make sure it's in good shape. It has a newer furnace, and it has a double driveway. The other house had the original furnace, no central air, and it had a single lane driveway, which is going to be really hard for us because, you know, one's always coming and going, and if we have double lane, then we can just leave when we need to. And we do have visitors that come and see us, so we're really hoping that this house will work out. It actually is $109. It was listed as $109,900, and it was out of our range. We really didn't want to spend that much, so we overlooked it. We went to this other house, which was 102.5. Well, a couple days later, I looked on the website, and the house that was 109.9 had dropped to 103.5. So, no, wait, it's just 103. So 103,000, and we've already, like, everything looks good for 102.5, so we're like, this could really work out. And it is a beautiful house. It's literally about maybe a minute drive from our house now. It's just around the corner. But we would own something. We would be able to, you know, pay. Our mortgage would be like $700 something, and we're paying $1,100 right now. Amazing blessing. I get teary-eyed when I think about this. We are very involved in our church, and I have to tell you about this. Somebody gave us a card. They put it in my mother-in-law's purse on Wednesday night. We don't know who it is. The card had a Bible verse in it, and it just said, like, don't be afraid, you know, the Lord is, you know, in control, and He will not leave you or forsake you. He'll be with you. I believe it was Deuteronomy 31:8. Don't quote me on that, but we were like so grateful because we opened this card and we're thinking it's just a normal card, and there is 5 $100 bills, a $25 gas card, and a $25 Walmart card. And we just looked at each other. We were in shock. And then, like, about 20 minutes later, we just started sobbing because it really sunk in that, like, and nobody signed the card. It was anonymous. It said, love your Christian friends. We are so blessed. And, you know, it was just great timing because my grandparents actually also, they have decided that they would be willing to help us with the down payment of the house, and we will pay them back at tax return time. That way we don't have to risk losing the house before we get our tax return. We're going to pay them back completely, but it will be for a couple months. So that was a blessing in itself. Then we get this card, and we found out about that, and then we get the card, and we're like, we're going to have money for the inspector and everything. God was just like showering His blessings on us this day. Wednesday, it was November the 18th. I'll never forget that date. We also, my father-in-law had his, he has had colon cancer twice, and he had his, like, exam and everything, and he is clean and clear still. So that was a huge blessing. It was just such a great day. I didn't intend to tell you about all this, but it popped in my mind, so I wanted to tell you. We are so blessed, and we just asked for your prayers in this whole house situation. My nose is running. And we asked that you'll just keep us in your prayers. We were just praying that this will work out somehow, and right now it just like seems like God is just paving the way for us, and that everything's, you know, we're just trusting Him. It's all in His will, and if it doesn't work out, we just know that it's not His plan. I haven't felt any movement yet. Hopefully it will be soon. Like I said, I'm 15 weeks today, so pretty soon I would think, because now I know what to look for. Thanksgiving is coming up, so I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're just going to spend time with our family on Thursday, my family, and then we're going to do Thanksgiving with his family on Friday. So it works out great. Let me give you a belly shot. Stomach is definitely expanding. And that will be it. Gosh, my nose keeps running. With the shirt on. Shirt up. It's definitely like, you can see my lines fading here, and like it's really hard right here, which is about where the baby should be. So pretty soon I'm gonna have one big belly. But I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll update you if I start to feel the baby move this week. I'll throw in a little video to tell you about it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next week at my 16-week vlog. Thank you.